This is a pivotal moment for Vanderbilt and our patients, and we want to thank you for all of your hard efforts as we take this project all the way through Go Live. Okay, here we go. 10, 9.
A good comparison to this is a NASA launch. The command center, it looks a lot like mission control, and we're going to do a go, no go. So very apt comparison to man to the moon. No, not stressful at all.
You have to be nervous because we're doing something here that's never been done at this scale. 17,000 plus end users have to be trained in a 10-week period of time. They've never trained this many people in this short of a period of time for a big bang go live.
14. I am apprehensive, I think is the right word. I think working in an ICU, we do a lot of things that it's like pretty high stakes. So I think nervous is normal. I predict that in most areas, for most people, it'll be a non-event. There'll be a few glitches here and there that will become, urban legends. There'll probably be one tiny thing that's just annoying that happens that day. Like there'll be one printer in one section won't work or something. It'll be a busy morning, but by noon, 1 o'clock, people will be like, this is not a big deal. Halfway through people's shifts, they'll be fine, and they're like, oh, okay, I can live with this.
This is by far one of the largest things Vanderbilt has ever done. From a cost standpoint, over $200 million. We've had over 300 people working in building eStar, and then we've had another 200 people involved in reviewing workflows and giving input, making sure that we've captured everything that we need. The possibility of something big going wrong, we hope, is very, very low. That's what the last 22 months have been about, is making sure that we've prepared as best as possible to minimize the chance of anything going wrong.
Six days, 13 hours, 17 minutes and 15 seconds. So go live. I've done all the training. I practiced in what they call the playground, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that I wasn't anxious about 7 o'clock on November 2nd. Because, he doesn't care that we're using a new computer system. I look at his lines every hour. I listen to his lungs every hour. I listen to his heartbeat every hour. I check his pulses and his cap refill and his pupils. And I can't do it if my attention is here. So my goal is really that 10% of my time is here and 90% of my time is here. I think anything that takes your attention away from what it needs to be attending to, I worry about that. You get distracted and you can miss tiny changes. I think, the one thing that I have said, and I think I've heard a lot of people say it, is at this point we just want to get it over with. Let's just go live today. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid. Let's just figure it out. Because at this point, again, it's this fear of unknown, this uncertainty. Let's just go. Let's just do it.
We are about 2 hours from releasing the system for general use for users.
We've had a real good run rate. We've been green the entire time, and knock on wood, we're going to keep that trend going.
We're finishing up the steps in the cutover plan. It's a multi-thousand line plan. We're right now expecting a 7 a.m. go live.
20 minutes to go. Get excited.
It seems pretty calm. I don't hear any panic or anybody freaking out, so that's always a good sign.
Look for your people in the yellow vests and the red vests. We're here to help you take care of your patients the best you can and then help you with your charting.
Stress Away Essential Oil. It's supposed to help you remain calm and soothed and focused, and I'll be giving it away to everybody.
What time is it? We are a little behind. It is right at 7 o'clock, and we are not gone live with Epic yet. It's a little off the game plan, but so we're printing off documents and those kind of things to try to continue this downtime through.
I've heard from coming in overnight that they're just a titch behind, maybe an hour behind. So we will hand off to each other on paper as we have been charting on paper all night. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine.
I think we all knew in the back of our heads this was a possibility, but we had been, hitting so hard 7 a.m., 7 a.m., 7 a.m. that this is kind of threw people for a loop, but it's one we can work with for sure.
Just a quick update for you all. We are waiting for the operational teams to confirm that every patient has an armband. We have a call at 8:15 to make the go decision, and we'll update you after that.
Everybody has to have an exact number of labels, an exact number of armbands, and not everything has printed to the exact number. So we got behind. We are now trying to get caught up. These are the reasons why everybody who has a go live is stressed, because little itsy bitsy hard to do things, become impossible when you're busy and stressed and tired.
Okay, here we go. Should we count it down?
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be perfect.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So just got an email that we are about to turn E-Star on. We're going to spread the word to get everybody ready and in the zone.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm in. It's green.
It's preparing the desktop.
So there's your vitals. So do you see that?
Nope, not logging in. It doesn't like me. Oh.
He got in.
I am in.
Aha! There you go. Okay, now scroll down.
It took a while. I think everybody's logging in at one time, and it's bogging it down a little bit, but we are in.
So far, so good. Issues are coming up, and we're slowly addressing them.
There was an issue with the NDC numbers.
Missing admission orders.
Barcode scanners are not working.
Card swipes are not working.
But nothing too major, which is a good thing. And people's attitudes are still extremely good, which is really a great thing.
E-Star, Renee speaking.
What can we do for you? What are you needing?
I'll go ahead and turn this into the security team right away and tell them it's hot.
I mean, the ticket process is not nice because you definitely feel like the person on the other end is not clinical, and so you're trying to explain it, and then you see your ticket when it comes up, and you're like, that is not at all what I said.
Yeah, nope. It's a comment. I had to just enter a comment. It's
Now, what you want is to copy.
That's what I did. I copied it.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
But subsequently, this thing.
I have labs that I need to draw now that we probably spent 20 minutes trying to sort out. I still don't have some of my questions answered about how to get his Berlin heart documented. I've called, I've had other people call. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. It's not that it's not getting done. It's just, I'm not getting it documented. I'm not getting some of the things that I need. And I'm just gonna have to keep reminding myself that stuff's gonna have to wait, and I'm just gonna have to make sure that he has what he needs, but I need it from other departments. This was the thing I was worried about. The system stuff, right? Like pharmacy's having a hard day too. Lab's having a hard day too. I'm frustrated. I'm not angry, I'm just frustrated.
It's been 2 months.
Hello. Happy New Year, everybody.
And I've had a chance to round on a number of the units, but I actually haven't been back up here. The PICU is one of the scariest places in the hospital, so I'm really curious to see how they're doing now. So if I were a patient today who had been here on November 2nd, and what would I notice different today than was going on the 2nd?
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing. I think what I heard mostly from the patients is, oh, that wasn't that big of a deal.
That's great.
Right?
That speaks to just how good you guys are at containing this and taking it where it needs to be. That's great.
The family that I was caring for that day had no idea that there was a difference.
So do you
They
think...
weren't here when I cried. I got myself together.
I don't know what you're talking about, right?
I thought Vanderbilt as a system did a great job on day one of hearing our feedback about some of the at the elbow that wasn't helpful and fix that. Like that was fixed by day 2.
It's nice now to get this to the point where people are talking about how they're using it as opposed to how it's been using them and how it's been manipulating them.
And what we did is we restructured the clinic.
We have a lot of early adopters that loved it at first and have helped train the rest of the team to really be agile users with it.
It's kind of just, it's a journey, you know, but at the same time you get this kind of a thing where you start to see that there's some people who have said, you know, I was able to take this tool that you gave me and make it do something really good for our patients, and I want to share that with you.
Out of the woods now, you think? Or?
I think so. I think we're getting there. I think we could probably use some more buy-in from staff if we're being completely transparent.
Innovation is a major part of what we've been doing at Patient Access Services and Care Connections.
And it's helped us remove a lot of barriers from some of our areas and improving our patient engagement because it's consistent no matter where they access our system.
So what I tell people is expect all of that. Expect it to be the hardest work you've ever done once you go live, and expect that you're going to have thick skin to get through it, but that there will be some rewards along the way.
I remember that day very clearly. I think I was unprepared for how stressful points of that day would be. Yeah, I mean, I've had tougher things happen in my life, but yeah, I wouldn't want to redo that day.
Look at it.
I think it became apparent probably late morning that there were some delays, at least, that were introduced. And I think when you have a really, really sick patient and you do feel distracted for whatever reason, those pressures start to mount. It felt scary for a minute. It's just very important for me that my focus is on the patient and what's going on with them. I mean, I don't cry every day at work, but I did cry that day. I consider myself pretty thick-skinned. So I wasn't surprised that I cried, maybe a little disappointed, but it was stressful. This is a high-stakes unit. We have patients that count on us to ensure that they live to see tomorrow. I think if I was going to give a system one piece of advice, I would be like, don't forget to be grateful for how hard people work every day and still have a smile on their face.